Hey guys, what's going on? It's Fico here, and I figured we sit down and have a little chat. Very interesting happened last night when I uploaded the second part of my Amnesia playthrough for the month of horror, and it was the 200th video that I posted. Now, I don't know if I could call that a milestone or anything because I'm still relatively low in subscribers and my views aren't that good, but I mean 200 videos. I've actually put and uploaded 200 individual pieces of content to YouTube. Most of it from the very beginning was just kind of rudderless and directionless. I was just kind of doing a lot of stuff off the cuff. I do a lot of stuff off the cuff still, but maybe a little more direction, a little more confident on the camera, and of course I have better equipment. Before then I was doing with a Sony Bloggy and a cheap tripod, which I was still using up until this year, and well, I figured for the 200th video I tell you guys a little bit about myself. But before I do, I wanted to just thank everyone who has been watching and the collaborations. I mean, people like Noah, who oftentimes just says things like, we were doing the Ouya unboxing with Anne, and he's like commenting from the other side while he was organizing his magic cards, I think. Anne, obviously, she's super ridiculously awesome. My homeboy from across Europe, Dino, he is ridiculously awesome. And the raids in Mass Effect were always great. Nick and Alex. Shout outs to everyone who joined us, including Banshee Barriers, which I know I know that we rag on Banshee Barriers, but he's always fun to play with. I mean, Banshee Barriers, I mean, he's part of the whole thing too. Victaru, it's of course worth mentioning. It's just, I wish I see him more, but he's collaborated with me, and he's also done YouTube videos too. I wish he keep doing YouTube videos. I know he's really busy, and YouTube is sort of a thing where if you're not doing it a lot and you're just more focused on your daily stuff, it can get put on the back burner. I also like to thank the subs, the people who are subbed to me, my subscribers. Thank you, my family, and of course friends who have subscribed to me as well and know me. So figured I don't talk too much about games, but I would like to talk to you guys and give you 5 facts about me that you may have already known or maybe come across, but I wanted to get into more details about them. So here we go. Fact number 1. I am a Puerto Rican. Yes. My name Fico is actually a nickname for Federico, and I was born in Puerto Rico and I lived there for 22 years, and I can both speak and write Spanish perfectly. So I could just go from talking about English to turning off the español, y puedo hablar español de lo más bien. Yo entiendo a la gente que habla español, y bueno, después que hablo un poquito de español, yo cojo el inglés y lo prendo de nuevo, and then all of a sudden I'm talking English again. Now, English is a lot more easier for me to communicate with for some reason. It's sort of weird. I've lived there more time, and I've hung out with a lot more people over the years speaking Spanish. For some reason, English was just an easier language for me, and that's how I can better express. And it's unbelievable, the lack of vocabulary that I have in English. It still dwarfs Spanish by a lot. Fact number 2 is that I was actually married. I've been married between 2006 to 2011. That's right, I'm divorced. We lived in Puerto Rico for a while, and we realized that a year after I graduated, it was just nothing was going on my way. I mean, I couldn't get job interviews. I couldn't even get called back. So I did pretty much everything. And like, things are worse now in Puerto Rico. And back then, it was really hard to get a job. You think the job market's hard here? There, it's you're better off just opening up a little stand and sell food, which is ironically what a lot of people are doing there. People gotta eat. It's sort of weird that that's a thing, you know. You don't have enough money to get you don't have enough jobs, so you create this market of people that are just doing restaurants, and it's pretty cool. But I digress. Her and I are still cool, and although I don't agree with a lot of things that went down, it wasn't one of those volatile marriages. It wasn't one of those, I hate you. It was one of those things where I knew her when I was in high school, and we eventually fell for each other, and then things kind of just picked up. If anything, things picked up a little too fast, and neither of us had ever, like, I've never been living together with another person this long. I wish that would have been something, as though we have given it some time, organized it a little better. But regardless, no regrets, because in life, when you do things like this, you'll learn lessons. And if these things don't happen to you, a wise man, Noah, once said, if nothing went wrong, we've never learned from anything. This marriage going not the right way teached you a lot about what you gotta do to make a marriage work. And also, although I'm not completely out there yet, I'm not looking for fishes. I haven't been looking for fishes. Right now, I'm focused more on getting my health better, and hopefully maybe later down the road, I wish maybe to meet someone that is special, that likes me for being me, not that she didn't, but I mean, it's like, I like to have like the stroke of luck again. It's like someone that likes me for being me, and also that pushes you to be better as well, you know, in each other too. So it's sort of like a, you know, give or take sort of thing. And communication is a very important thing. If anything, communication could really be a destructive thing for relationships and marriages. You don't talk to each other, all of a sudden, boom, it's broken down. I told you I wasn't talking about games. We're getting personal. So, number 3, I'm big into music. And that is something that Victaru was surprised when I told him I like Ghostface Killah, which Dino knows. He knows I'm a big music fan, and knows, everybody in my family knows, my brother knows. Funniest thing is that when I was younger, we had Spanish rap music, we had ballads, we had salsa, we had merengue, and we have a whole bunch of mash. But then Spanish rock came, and that was great. But MTV was part of my childhood. I would remember waking up at 4 in the morning to watch the top 20 video countdown. It was a 2-hour block. It was in the middle of the night. I couldn't catch it because I was going to bed early, and I woke up Saturday morning. I was like, yes, I get to watch MTV Oddities. And I also, even before then, I think I would get to watch these videos from bands at the time. Grunge was very big at the time. I was watching Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam and Nirvana, a slew of great stuff. And nowadays YouTube's kind of sort of taken over in the platform. MTV is still alive somewhere, I am sure of this, playing music videos. It's a lot sort of more like the same, but I remember growing up, my dad would listen to a lot of classic rock, a lot of Beatles, a lot of Boston, which I got to see Boston live, and then all of a sudden I got introduced to punk with Green Day, and I owned Dookie. And that summer when I had that album, I had the Walkman, the CD Walkman player, and I played it constantly. It was just, that was my favorite album. It's still one of my all-time favorite albums. Whereas now, then years passed by, that punk phase, I mean, it's weird because I went to a show and I bumped into a former co-worker, and he thought I was just really big into punk. I looked like a punker. And I love punk, and I still do. I love ska. I love alternative. And whereas then I got introduced to nu metal, and my friend Carlos, from one of the few in my actual class that I actually super duper liked, and liked me too. Man, he got me into metal. I mean, he got me into Metallica, into Megadeth, into Slayer, into Iced Earth. into also all sorts of other stuff. And then when I got into new metal, I got into Korn, into Limp Bizkit, into Incubus, into Orgy, into Rammstein when I first heard about Rammstein. Then got into Dream Theater, and that got me into prog, and that got me into Rush. They got me into Between the Buried and Me. They got me into things that are very much more instrumental and technical, and I absolutely love that. The length of songs went from like 3 to 4 minutes. All of a sudden I'm listening to an 18-minute song, and it was this epic story. And now lately I've been listening to stuff like Periphery, Monuments, lots of stuff that fall into gent, which is really just Meshuggah. Meshuggah just had this like different tone with gent, and all of a sudden I'm listening to stuff like Disperse and Jakub Zatecki and David Maximicic. I don't know if I screwed that name up, but it's very, very great music. And doom metal, I don't listen too much to doom metal, but typo, I really like typo. Industrial, I also really dig foreign rock, like Japanese, like J-rock. I still listen to Spanish rock. You have a rock band, you could be from anywhere. As long as you sound awesome, you're gonna get me an earwig. And I also listen to dance. I listen to dubstep. I listen to aggro tech. I listen to house. I listen to drum and bass. I do like the slower stuff as well. I forgot what that was called. And rap, I like rap too. Lately, new rappers have been really cool, like Mac Miller, Childish Gambino, Tyler the Creator, old stuff that Victor got me into, that's really into, stuff like, like I said, Ghostface, Method Man, Redman, Busta Rhymes, Naughty by Nature, all the stuff that from the MTV era was so good back then. I'm trying to remember names of rappers though, but I don't like all the popular ones, like everything from Young Money, Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj. That's not rap, that's just garbage. And I absolutely hate country music. I hate it with a passion. I hate it in a way that if I could wipe away country music forever, I would totally do it. It would be a benefit to the world. I cannot stand what they sing about. I cannot stand that it all sounds the same to me. And I know that's kind of weird that like rock doesn't sound the same to you. No, rock doesn't sound the same to you, because every subgenre, as long as you don't spreading it thing like deathcore and metalcore, like those are like those distinct differences, like those like sub genres. Country doesn't do that. They all sound pretty much exactly like each other, and I care not for it. So I care not for it. Number 4, I'm very big into technology, and you probably already got that from the videos that I did. One of the more popular videos that I've done is the review for the Naga Hex that I'm still using. I did the Scarlett 2i2, the Scarlett Studio, but I've been into computers almost all my life. I was in elementary school. I was using my dad's computer, and we had Windows 3.1, and I found his shareware demo version of Wolfenstein 3D, and my dad was like, "How did you find this?" And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, I was like, this is something that's gonna be pretty good. And I went through all of the Windows systems. I've never owned a Mac, and I dabbled into Linux a little bit, and lately I've just been training myself to know more and more about technology, learning about the stuff that's coming out, learning about stuff about computers, about sound. For instance, my monitor, my BenQ monitor, has been giving me problems. It's been shutting off on me, and I'm mad because I want to do more videos, and this thing is vital for what I need. So basically, this monitor, I'm looking into getting a monitor that's G-Sync. So want to see how these G-Sync monitors operate, maybe save a little money from here on out. I don't know if they're too expensive. If not, I'll just get an Asus monitor, you know, one of these gaming monitors that have a better response rate. Lately, in terms of technology, I've been thinking more about just expanding my stuff about technology. Like electronics, I'm not into electronics, so I don't know how to solder stuff or solder stuff. It was weird because I saw a video of somebody teaching you how to solder, but he called it soldering, and I don't know why that L is silent here, but I like it's called soldering, so if it's wrong, I don't care. He says it as well too. So soldering is something that I'm very interested because I want to get into working with Linux and the Raspberry Pi. In the Raspberry Pi, there are projects that you do have to solder wires and create electronic with like connections with other components. That's something that I really want to get into as well. And one way that you could get into it is with the Arduino. And Arduino is something that is sort of like a framework for people to test out electronics. And the Arduino comes in kits, and I read a little book, and you can just program stuff, and it's basically like a microcomputer. You can set instructions or sketches into it, and it'll do tons of stuff. So I want to learn how to do all those things, and hopefully from there it'll lead me to know more things and help me along the way. Maybe even help me to learn how to fix this monitor, because I have a friend who's really into electronics, and he took my monitor and he fixed it. And I just gave it to him. I'm thinking, it was like, can I just like give you my monitor and I can pay you for like fixing it, please? And please, I'm gonna do that because this monitor is driving me nuts. And of course, fact number 5 is that in 2003, I went to take drawing fundamentals, and before 2003, I didn't even doodle. The most extensive thing that I did was just drawing stick figures. That's about as much into drawing as I was ever at. And then when I took that art class, and it was about a 5-week course with Anne, it was just an awakening. I have the fundamentals now, and now I can work with this, and suddenly now I have this amazing like new form of expression. It's so easy. I can't believe that I thought that it was difficult. Last year could have been a great year for me to continue it, but last year was such a downer year that I didn't really do much of anything. I didn't do YouTube, I gained all this weight. It was a really downer of a year, and I've drew very little, but I'm trying to get back into it. The key thing is that they always tell you, so you have to just practice. You get into a flow, you find time to draw. Trust me, there's so many, people say, oh, there's so many hours in the day. Well, you'd be surprised what a little bit every day will get you. You just have to challenge yourself as well. Don't get stuck just drawing the same thing like I am right now. Learn how to color, learn how to do perspective, learn anatomy, learn how to do proportions, and learn the fundamentals. Go to an art class, get someone to teach you how to draw from scratch, drawing what you see, getting into anatomy, and then from there you can learn how to draw without even getting a reference. And draw with reference, please. People say that drawing with reference isn't something like, it's something that's frowned upon. I was like, come on. These people get ideas from drawing in reference. And the new people that draw comics, they weren't drawing them from the very beginning. The people that draw Superman, that's not theirs to keep drawing, but they still draw it anyway. So if you're saying that drawing from reference is a bad thing, well, guess what? They're drawing from previous stuff, aka reference. The new generation of Batman and Superman and Marvel Comics, it's just a newer, different generation, which is referenced from the past generation. Trust me, it's not a crime when they do it, so why is it a crime when you do it? So if someone tells you that drawing with reference is wrong, just do that. Do that. It's like, no, it is not a crime. Leave me alone. There's no per se rules in art. I mean, there are these fundamentals that help you along the way, but art is what you make of it. And if someone tries to tell you that it's wrong, maybe you should find out if it's wrong. And even if it is universally frowned upon, and you think it's good, something that speaks your own voice, do it. Just don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it, man. Do it like Shia LaBeouf did it. Just do it. Like this, man. Just do it like this. Just do it. But anyway, guys, that's it. Those are my top 5. There may be more. Who knows? It's a little long, but thank you again for sticking with me. I don't know what the future holds. As I said, there's a lot of things that I want to work at, me personally, and trying to learn how to do new things and trying to get better at drawing and working and moving to a better place. It's very challenging when you're doing YouTube, and if you're not getting paid to do YouTube, and if you're not getting watched too often, sometimes YouTube can become a low priority in you. There are things that you need to do, and then there are things that you want to do, and I want to keep doing YouTube, and that's why I'm putting all this effort to try to get you guys more videos throughout the entire pipeline, and also the month of horror. There's more entertainment. It's like I don't do Let's Plays too often, so the silence is there. And sometimes when I do them, they're more fun when I'm doing them in a group. And that's where Matt and I just go nuts on them. Still waiting on you to tell me when you need to go over so we could do Mario Maker. I didn't mention Matt. Oh my god. And Cindy, thank you. There are some people I didn't mention. Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome as well too. They've contributed into my channel. I've helped them. They've helped me. And that's the thing. And the important thing that you have to realize is that when it comes to YouTube, there's community, and you can get your own close network to help you, and you can get people online to help you. So I guess if anything to leave is that even though people don't watch you on YouTube, the numbers don't defy you. I mean, the numbers are only there to rank you on how good you are inside of YouTube, but they don't say who you are. They only just reflect that, your videos just aren't getting watched much. There's no much retention time. Try to get them to soak them in, to just listen to you. If there's something that you can work at, improve upon, get better at, hey, there you go. You could be just fine. But until then, don't get discouraged because your views aren't that many there, and just try your best. And if it doesn't work, and it doesn't work, you'll know when to quit YouTube. You don't have to feel obligated. If it feels like it's an obligation and you feel like you have to get up in the morning and do this and then come here and edit and upload and do that again and again and again, and it starts to feel like work that is monotonous, which I don't know how it could feel that, because it's like there's so much creativity in this thing. Well, if it gets to that point, maybe you have to either change what you're doing or you have to just do something else. But for those people who are lucky that YouTube is their full-time career, congratulations to them. I'll hope they keep doing what they're doing. And as for me, we'll just have to see what happens. And I'm gonna keep uploading videos on YouTube, and videos won't stop until maybe one day I'll be just like, YouTube is just not doing it anymore. But even when I'm not doing YouTube and I leave it off, I'm always thinking about it. So YouTube is a hard thing to get rid of. I love making content and uploading and letting people know what I think. Like right now I'm rambling and the video is going longer. That's one thing that probably will not change about me, except if I'm doing stuff, I'm gonna relaying more points. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. 200 videos, Maybe it'll be up to 300, maybe 400, maybe 500. Who knows? Maybe no more. Who knows as well? Life is unpredictable. But for now, thank you for the watches. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the ideas. And thank you for sticking with me. So, until next time, as always, my name is Fico. That was my gaming mind. And there was no gaming in it. How about that? So it was just my mind. Ah, yeah. Take care, guys. Just do it.